Guys, welcome back, back to another Reddit King video. Today we are going to be doing I don't work here lady. I don't work for you anymore. I worked for a manager that was the worst in managing people. He would require as much notice for vacations as possible. Then days before the vacation, mind you, he approved every one of them, inform you that your vacation is canceled. I work for a third-party logistics company that handles distribution of product from their warehouse to the retail stores. The old company I worked for lost their contract due to legal issues, and I was offered a promotion to stay on with the new company. Since the customer did not let go all of the distribution at once, they switched the old company for two parts of the warehouse, then the last part 2 months later. The manager in question was still working for the old company when I moved to the new company. Okay, M stands for manager and me stands for the person that is posting this. Manager, me. You need to come in and do my productivity this weekend. Me. Sorry, my duties have ended as of 2 p.m. today and I can't do that. Manager. Are you the only one that is able to do my incentive and you must do this? Me. Sorry, no, I do not work for you. Manager. Fine, see you Saturday. Me. Yeah, okay. Saturday rolls around and I don't show up. Manager text, where are you? I need you to get this done. Me. I don't work for you. I won't be showing up and I am going to work at other warehouse in 2 hours. Manager. You are holding hostage my productivity and this is not fair. Feeling bad for the 20 people I would hurt, I text him back, fine. For $100 I will come in and train you, but only once. Manager. This is blackmail. Me. Take it or leave it. I went to the work at the new warehouse after 4 hours. Manager emails and calls. He offers me $50 of his own money since I was at work and I would take no more than 10 minutes. I did it. The next week he again texts and wants me to write his SOP. Me, sorry, no. Manager demanded it, called me all weekend. I finally had to block his number and email and I alerted our HR department and they handled it. And our next post is by Caffeine Fueled Life. I almost messed up. Pretty boring story, but still. Our big blue box store is a mess right now. They are putting in new floors and rearranging everything, including the grocery section, which hasn't changed in years. The main things haven't been moved anyway. While I wanted bacon, I walked up and down the aisle where it should have been 3 or 4 times, getting more and more confused, thinking I was blind or just missing it. I saw the sausage, ham, ground beef, hot dog, bratwurst, but no bacon. I kept looking because bacon is life and I am pregnant, and when the baby wants something, the baby gets it. I'll add that they're apparently cut employee hours or something too, because an employee is a rare sight these days. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a flash of blue. I was getting annoyed and frustrated, but I wasn't going to take it out on some poor employee. I ranted and raved to my husband later. I started to turn and saying, "Excuse me, can you tell?" Only to be greeted by some random customer in a bright blue shirt. Damn it. "Oh, sorry, you don't work here, never mind," he said. "No, sorry, I don't. And I can't find anything I'm looking for either. What are you trying to find?" "Bacon. I don't know if I'm keep missing it or what," he said. "Oh, I saw that. It's around the corner where the cottage cheese used to be. Have you seen the cottage cheese?" "No, sorry, I haven't. I was focused on bacon, so cottage cheese wasn't even on my radar. But that sounds good now. Now I want cottage cheese. Damn pregnancy." I got my bacon and then had to spend another 15 minutes hunting down the cottage cheese. And our next post is by Loopsy907. Let me say it real slow like for y'all. The year was 1999. I was in high school, and because it's been so long, I'll go ahead and tell you that I was in a maroon polo with an Arby's name tag and embroidered the logo on the shirt. It had been a long Saturday. One of my managers and I were friends and decided to take a break together. She needed to grab something from the local sports store in the same shopping center. I tag along. We are doing our shopping, getting in line, like people do. We're absorbed in our conversation. I don't have a clue what it was about. It's been a few years since then, but I do know that we were happy about the topic and laughing while we waited to be checked out. In the age before Karens had been labeled as such, a challenger approach. I only knew this because of a obnoxiously forceful tap 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 on the back of my shoulder. Annoyed, I turned around and popped off with a surprise, can I help you? Karen, yeah, could you quit cutting up and jumping around on the clock and open up and near the register? You know the usual, you try to butt in and say you don't work here. She won't shut the fuck up long enough. When she finally stops her entitled rant, and I very, very slowly point to the logo on my shirt, make direct eye contact, and slowly, so very slowly say, Arby's. I then turn around and go back to my day. Some Karens just want to watch the world get written up. And our next post is by B_Raiden. I'm sorry, but I don't work here. This happened a few months ago at a Walmart. Of course, it's a Walmart. At this point, I recently got a job that required non-slip shoes. They had a large and understocked selection. Because I wear size 11.5 shoes, I have to go look in the unisex section, which is right next to the women's regular shoes. About 10 minutes after I'm going through the shoes, this old woman who looked to be in her late 50s asked me where some off-brand designer shoe would be. I look nothing like the employee. I am wearing a bright red Vans shirt with a checkered pattern on the back and some traditional light brown cargo shorts. I respond in my polite voice. I worked in retail about a year prior. I'm sorry. Before I could even get another word in, she cut me off and said, stop wasting time. I look at her dumbfounded and respond, I don't work here. She finally walked off looking embarrassed. I pass here 2 or more times while still shopping. She would look the other direction and hurry away. I'm surprised that this didn't go any farther than that. I thought there was about to be a whole joint happening, because you hear from other stories talking about I don't work here. I thought shit was about to go crazy, but this is a somewhat toned down. Just like the first time I seen a story where the actual Karen understands and walks away instead of starting shit. And our next post is by Frizzle Frazzle. You want me to help you get lingerie for your lady? I decided to run into the store real quick on Valentine's night to surprise my sweetie. We usually celebrate Valentine's the next day when restaurants, etc. aren't crowded and the goodies are cheaper. Leftover tradition from my broke college days. So there I am, minding my own business. And this man walks up to him and says, excuse me, help. He's carrying a bra and panty from 2 different lines and points to the tag. Same. This gentleman is a newcomer to the US and hasn't had time to learn the language. It becomes quickly he doesn't know how to read either. In very broken English, he is asking me if the bra and panties match the price and if they are the right size for his lady, who isn't there. Good news, I speak Spanish, not fluent, but controversial. No, I managed to help him decide on a gift bag too. He seemed genuinely thankful to find someone in the store who could help. And our next post is by this person that I don't know how to pronounce their name. I knew all the answers, so I decided to help, but then I lied for him. So this happened a few years ago when I was working retail. We had this seasonal event, so I was wearing this bright red shirt that only people working would wear. It definitely wasn't a stretch for someone to think I worked at any given location. On lunch, I went to the grocery store nearby where I always grabbed my lunch, so I was familiar with the layout and the general process. While at the salad bar, a man approached me asking where he could buy wine, so I directed him to the wine rack within the store. I guess the particular day, people were starved for help because another woman promptly came up to me and asked where the salad bar attendant was. At this point, I could see several people poke their heads up like velociraptors finding some prey they can conjugate around. I decided to help her anyways, immediately a line formed for my services. Velociraptors sticking up their head. It was at this point I decided my brief service at the grocery store had come to an end, and I advised everyone I do in fact work here, but happen to know the answers to a few questions. Everyone have a good lunch, and everyone had a good laugh and applaud my willingness to help people, even though it wasn't my job. My next few shifts during our event, I wore a sweater when doing errands on my lunch break, just in case. Long story short, I evidently formed a line of people asking for my help at a store I didn't work at. And our next post is by Cool Ninja 539, entitled "Parent Thinks I Work at Wonderworks and Demands That I Turn the Volume in the Wind Tunnel Down." Backstory: me and my family decided to go down to Myrtle Beach. It's on the east coast of the US for everyone who doesn't know, for vacation. Now, Myrtle Beach is kind of like a tourist attraction, hence why it has Wonderworks. For those of you who don't know what Wonderworks is, it's basically like a mini amusement park with tons of science experiments and stuff inside. Anyway, they have a wind tunnel so you can see how fast winds are going in a hurricane. But this particular entitled parent and her kid didn't like how loud the wind tunnel was. So, on to the story. Wind tunnel starts up. EP shouting over the fans. "Can you turn the volume down? I have a headache." If you have a headache, why the freak are you in the wind tunnel for? Me, also shouting over the fans. "The door is right next to you. Can you leave? You can leave if it's too loud." EK starts bawling, but I couldn't hear him. EP, look what you did. You made EK cry. Wind tunnel starts to stop. Me, starting to lower my voice. I'm pretty sure the fans are what made him cry. EP, still thinking that the fans are on. You made him cry. I told you to turn down the fans. Some of you might be thinking that I work here, but nope. Somehow she thought I was working there. Anyway, me, first of all, I don't work here, and I told you the door was right next to you. The employee that was running the wind tunnel comes over. He will be known as E. What seems to be the problem? Your employee didn't turn down the volume on the wind tunnel. Yes, she said that. E, first of all, he doesn't work for us, and the wind tunnel is set at a set speed. Entitled parent. Lies, I want him fired. Again, he doesn't work for us. Entitled parent, I will get all of you fired. Points to everyone in the wind tunnel, mass confusion. EP, screaming nonsense while she walks out the exit. E, sorry for everyone. Sorry everyone, some people may have a screw loose. Me, still trying to process what happened. I am going to go to a different experiment. Luckily, EP and her child didn't come back, and I had fun time there. And for people who want to go to Wonderwork, it's expensive. $30 for one adult, $20 for a kid, and 3 and under getting for free. Anyway, hope y'all all like this "I don't work here" story, and have a good day. TL, Dr. Crazy EP wants to turn down the volume in the wind tunnel. Now, next post is by, I'm not even gonna pronounce it, skip it. Y'all could find the user, just look up his name. Wholesome GameStop, I don't work here, lady. This happened just earlier today. I was checking my GameStop app on my phone when I noticed that they had an offer for $5 off any item. So I decided to stop by the store that was close to where I worked once my shift was over. I browsed the Switch games for a cheap game that I might like before remembering that there was a sale going on for B2G1 pre-owned games. It was around this time that a family, a mom, a dad, and their 2 young sons, they looked 5 and 3 years old, come into the store also looking through Switch games. Eventually, the mom looks to me and asks if I know about this stuff. Yes, finally my time has come. She asked me the difference between the new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe and the Super Mario Maker 2. I explained that the former was a full game on its own, while in the later, you can make your own levels and play levels other people have played. She thanked me and decided to get the new Super Mario's Bros. U Deluxe. And a little more time passed, and the family must have also caught wind of the B2G1 deal, because the same lady asked me what the policy of pre-owned games is. I just smiled and replied, "I don't work here." And the lady didn't apologize for asking so many questions, but I reassured her that it was fine. In honesty, I was actually happy not only to be of assistance, but also to put my gaming knowledge to good use. She said it was a good thing I knew my stuff, to which I shrugged and said, "I like Nintendo," and the lady smiled and said, "Don't we all?" I don't remember what the family got, but I settled on pre-owned copies of Kingdom Hearts 358 and a half days. I don't know. Oakham, I don't know these games. And Bravely Second. And that has been r/IdontWorkHereLady. I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, hit the notification. Check out my links in the description, because the kickback from those links will not only help out my Reddit channel, which is this channel, but also my gaming channel and other things. So, peace.